Rocket League fans, welcome to Minor League Doubles.
There's still a big chance here for anyone to take this in regulation, and this is
No!
10 seconds are gone in the ball.
With both members of Orange out of net right now, towards the net. This is a need. Numerics puts it in. This game's not over yet.
Bring out your predictions, bring out your scores. Let's see where we go. Game 7, winner moves on, loser goes home. Fridge in position, scores!
Just an insane series.
I just typed the chat. I can feel my heartbeat. It's so tense.
What a series! Hang on. Hold up. I apologize, Chiefs. Something beamed on my side. Hang on. And there. Now Chiefs has voice.
There we go. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the first week of our interdivisional play. It's the final 3 weeks of the MLD season. Week number 8 begins. And we've got a good matchup here. It's going to be the Demolition versus the Dodgers. They're all sitting fairly close together in this Volcanic Division, Jay. And the Demolition here, they really need a big showing.
Yeah, both these teams really do. The Dodgers in a dogfight for first place, top in the division, qualifies automatically for the playoffs and avoids the fight of the wild card, of which they have to compete with 9 other teams in the Orange Conference. It's tough. Both these teams need a big win, but a close series leaves everybody on edge there. I think 3-2 for the Demolition put all the teams in the conference in the Volcanic Division on a 2-game spread. Pending the other results from the Bulls Elite matchup. Actually, no, sorry, that one's already in. So a 3-2 for the Demolition makes the Volcanic Division really close with only 2 weeks left in the season.
Yeah, and also this is the point in the season where you really have to think about all the roster game that you played early on in the season, what your best matchups are, who you have left to play. That definitely could come into play here in the later part of the season. We've already seen a couple teams who have used their very strong players all the way at the beginning of the season, and you have to wonder how they're going to fare. Are the Demolition or the Dodgers facing any such struggles like that? Do you know off the top of your head?
The Dodgers might be. The Demolition, however, with a couple of roster changes before the deadline last week, as Doshkin and Frosty Pizza Man and Frosty leaving the team, getting replaced by Texas 21 ace and Guitar Legend in his 3rd season in the league. So brings a little bit of veteran experience for the Demolition. He'll be playing alongside Doshkin today, who I believe might be in his 6th match this season here in week 8. So he's only got 1 left, which is probably going to help them a lot down the stretch against either the Bulls or the Elite in weeks 9 or 10. As for the Dodgers, Mythonian and Bricks in, I have to double check my numbers on those. I don't think they have too many games left either way. So it's going to be a good question as to whether or not either of these teams start to struggle in the final couple of weeks.
Well, both of them have their top scorer or top assister playing, of course, over on the Demolition side of things. Doshkin, top of sister. And for the Dodgers, it's going...
Oh, rip the Chiefs. Your Wi-Fi's dying. Can we get some Mr. Destructoids in the chat for Chiefs? I think his internet just died. Oh man, somebody clip his face. I just looked at OBS and the face that he froze on. Oh man, I think his internet just died like it did during our qualifiers on Tuesday. Press F to pay respects to Achieves. I'm gonna see if he is able to get himself fixed. I'll just handle the call on my own for now. If he can't get back, I think I do have Curtis on deck. So I'll send a message out to the teams here. Good luck to both sides. And we'll get this one underway here. 5 games set up on deck for both these teams. MLD regular season plays the entire series out, as we need to have every team play an equal number of games for win-loss records, for statistics. Here we go, folks. Demolition in the yellow with the green accents. Dodgers in their traditional dark blue with white stripes. And it's Utopia Snowy Christmas in August. It is the 25th of August. We are live here with Minor League Doubles Freestyle Friday night. He breaks to bring it under control. Low boost. Goes around the Demolition net, grabs the boost, tries to circle around. Guitar Legend will lob it over. Held in by Methonian. Doshkin with a good angle to clear away. Opts to dribble. Bricks backwards. Gets into a good spot. Able to take that away. Back out in front by Guitar Legend. Will pop that around. Bricks is in a great spot to clear it away. Doesn't have a ton of power, and it gets picked off by Doshkin. Methonian across. Up to intercept. Guitar Legend backing up. Dangerous here, but Methonian only able to tap it back to Bricks. First time shot deflected away out front by Doshkin. Guitar Legend. Under control, looking for Doshkin again. Goes just around the challenge from Methonian. Comes in on the 50-50. High ball. Guitar Legend up. Can't quite get there. Is he a little late on the jump? Dodgers a little slow to that ball. Demolition will recover in their own end and take control. Methonian and Guitar Legend flashing by each. It's Bricks who comes in. Takes that away from Doshkin. Up for a second touch. Low tap's going to roll off the post and in. Bricks finds the opener here as the Demolition can't clear their zone. And it's a little dribbler by Bricks. Guitar Legend helplessly flipping at that one. Flipping the post into the net. Frostbite goal explosion on hand. Fitting for this snowy venue here today. 1-0 Dodgers. Game 1. Week 8 action here. Minor league doubles. Both of these teams in a very hotly contested divisional race for the playoffs. As an attempt by Doshkin is cleared to the side by Bricks. Doshkin looks like a field side flip, man. Now it's Bricks looking for the centering pass from Methonian, who's on deck. Guitar Legend with a tap will go just a bit away. Guitar Legend down the side, losing control to Bricks. Doshkin with a great zero boost 50 to just delay that one long enough for his teammate to rotate. Still, though, Guitar Legend looking like he's showing a little bit of rust. Hasn't played an MLD match all season long after he wasn't picked up during the draft when he was released by the Pandas in the offseason. Big save by Brisk. Good shot by Guitar Legend there, and the demo on the follow-through. Methonian will confirm, and the Dodgers with a very, very quick counterattack here will take a 2-goal lead. Probably going in anyway at the far post. Methonian not taking any chances. 2-0 Dodgers here. 2 minutes 51 seconds to go. Game 1. Doshkin. Slow ball up towards Guitar Legend. Methonian will intercept. Bricks missing that one. It's an opportunity for the demo here. Slow play by Guitar Legend. Tries to go around Methonian. Will bounce out hard. Doshkin misses, and it's a 2-on-0 for the Dodgers. Methonian takes his time, has all the time he needs, walking it straight into the net. And right on halftime, it's 3-0 Dodgers. Nothing the demo can do. They're committed to the first-time ball off of the backboard. Unfortunately, not making contact. The Dodgers now with a 3-goal lead. Half the game gone. Still a chance to get back into it if they score quickly here. They can make sure they can keep that ball under control. Guitar Legend has to come in, will lose the challenge. Bricks will keep this one under control and keep pressure on the yellow net. Doshkin with a good clear out. Nobody on the yellow team having boost here. Doshkin will finally grab some. A little bit underneath the ball. Has to use a lot of that boost to get up. His teammate, Guitar Legend, not able to challenge it away. Bricks up to Methonian. Can't get the first time shot on. Well wide. The demo with a chance to bring it under control. 50-50 to the far side. Methonian short rotation in. Will get beat by Guitar Legend. Foot race back the other way. Bricks in a good spot. Rotates in. Hits the 50 there. Pops out for Doshkin. Bricks upfield has both the Demolition back in their own corner. Bounces out back in front. High over top. No harm, no foul. Demolition look to reset the rotation. Methonian low shot is going to get there as Guitar Legend waits a little bit too long. And it's a 4-0 game for the Dodgers. Just checking to see if Achieves has made his way back into the booth. I see him in game. I see him in the booth. Achieves, are you with us?
My mic was muted. I knew that.
Well played, sir. Welcome back.
Fixed it. Or something similar to fixed. We'll see how long. I'm fairly confident it's fixed. Either way. Wow, what did I miss? My goodness, it's 4-0.
Yeah, the Demolition just couldn't quite get their opportunities in order here. A couple of misses. The Demolition, or the Dodgers, conversely, back the other way, very crisp, very sharp in what they're doing.
Well, let's see They've got a minute. Hopefully they get something going. Neither of the Demolition players have managed to rack up 100 score in the game yet. Of course, as I say that, Guitar Legend just crests it, getting up to 105, while both of the Dodgers players sitting at just about 250. As Methonian chants out of the corner, 44 seconds remaining here in game number 1. It is a set of 5 if you have never watched an ML doubles match before. We will play all 5 matches regardless. Bricks has a chance to go all the way. Once the turtle ends up missing, it feels bad. That's what you get for styling on him. Methonian can't get the dunk. Will get the follow-through on the second opportunity. However, the lead extends to 5. Game 1, a wash. Bricks upset.
Yeah, unfortunately for the demo, not a lot of boost management on the return there. They don't get the chance to compete with that challenge. And it's 5-0 here now for the blue and white here as they look to get this game off on the right note for them.
Decent chance for Guitar Legend. Unfortunately didn't have enough power behind that ball as he drove it into the corner. He was able to put in a lot more power behind that. Might have got a nice bounce out into the corner to really make sure that they'd have a decent opportunity to end game 1 off on the right foot, but the final 2 seconds, and that is going to be 0. Game number 1 going to come to a close. Methonian going to let it fall, and that'll wrap things up for game number 1. There's not much else that I can talk about, as I've only seen 60 seconds of gameplay.
I mean, you saw a goal, and that's enough with the Demolition not having gotten too much offense there. You see only 2 shots out of Guitar Legend on that play, and it's just kind of one-way traffic on that one. Methonian with 4, one of those kind of a goal steal off of Bricks at one point earlier on in the sequence while you were away. But the Dodgers off on the right foot, and the demo just looked like they started a little bit slow. Weren't quite able to settle in, get the touches on the ball that they would have needed to try and keep that one in control, really, and really pushing it forward.
All right, well, game number 2 underway. The Demolition, certainly some adjustments to be made, and the Dodgers looking for more of the same, and it will start off with potential for that. Bricks coming in out of the opposite corner, coming up empty on the touch, and they will remain scoreless after the first 15 seconds. Doshkin out of boost, has to delay going for that ball. Guitar Legend very patient, not wanting to take himself too far out of position. Unfortunately, doesn't get on top of that ball. Methonian steals the boost in the corner. And Bricks and Methonian doing an excellent job controlling the ball. Of course, never mind. They're doing a terrible job as they both just give up on it out of the midfield. And they will have to reset. Chance out in front for Guitar Legend. And Doshkin going to try and keep things in the mix.
Unfortunately for the demo there, they had a really good look as the Dodgers missed a couple of chances off the backboard to clear it away. And just got a little too close to one another. Guitar Legend dropping right underneath the crossbar almost is the first attempt by Doshkin to pass up front. Ends up going up over his head.
And Doshkin kind of tied himself up right by that blue goal off that back wall. A little bit slow getting back. Thankfully, Guitar Legend had a little bit of space. Bricks just able to get a nudge on that ball. Made it difficult for Doshkin to get the touch he wanted. Also having to fight with no boost in this corner. As Methonian and Bricks, chance for the breakaway will be just wide, however. And again, wisely stealing the boost of that Demolition crew in that corner. That's something we've harped on all season, Jays. The boost control and being able to deny your opponent's boost. And the Dodgers seem to have that locked down pretty well here.
Yeah, they've got really smart offensive rotations. If the play isn't on, they immediately dive to the corner, secure the boost, and begin their rotation back. And it always leaves them a little bit higher on the boost meters than their opponents are going to get away, though, from defending well here. And I just want to see what happened here. They come out of the same corner. Bricks goes to the back post, but then cycles in a little bit too far. Opens up the shooting lane for Guitar Legend as he capitalizes on an uncontrolled ball from Methonian.
Yeah, you say cycles in a little too far. Definitely need to take the wide approach, play that from the back corner, or at least from the middle of the net. Putting yourself right on that near post with a bounce that far off your back wall is going to be very tough to save anything to the middle of the net. Either way, the Demolition find themselves on the board first, and that's a welcome sight after being shut out in game number 1. Bricks with a chance to equalize. Soft tap down into the left, and it's all tied up.
I want to talk about very difficult to defend when you're going straight back to net and the ball is right up over top of you. Bricks recognizes that, gets up first, which means he has the ability to contact that ball and direct it around where he sees Doshkin at. Does a really good job of that and equalizes very, very quickly for the blue and white.
It's always nice to answer quickly after your opponents find the mark, and the Demolition attempt to do the same off the kickoff. Methonian out grabbing Boost in the corner, just able to squeak it out. Brick's aggressive challenge is going to bounce real hard off that back wall. It's going to be a tough shot for Methonian, cannot quite cut off the angle. Double commit, one from each team. Both come up empty. Bricks wants two over the top, and it'll be hard off the back wall. It's a long drive back from Methonian, but Doshkin a little bit slow on the pickup, also low on Boost, and will collect that midfield, and now is able to challenge effectively. And still, you have to talk about the boost command of the Dodgers, because if Doshkin has Boost right there in that situation, it's an easy breakaway for the Demo.
You see another example of that. Bricks, knowing he doesn't have great control on the ball, just lobs it into the corner, gets Doshkin to go after it, but secures the boost underneath it, which means as he rotates back, he's in a lot better position to continue playing the ball and recovering despite giving up possession offensively.
Brick's going to be lurking on the top of the box right now, hoping for a chance. Unfortunately, going to be over his head, will give up possession. Doshkin, instead of taking the dribble, tries to lob it downfield. Dodging the demo attempt is Bricks, and will have a chance to move down into the yellow and green. Touch from Guitar Legend. No touch from Bricks. Quick, aggressive challenge from Methonian to try and keep things over on this yellow side of the pitch. Doshkin with Bricks beat. Methonian, not a lot of boost to work with in the tank, can only delay and buy some time. Guitar Legend trying to get the nice high center out of reach, and a great touch from Methonian. Not the easiest play for anybody, regardless of how long you've been playing. So keep calm, cool, and collected on no boost on the back wall in reverse. Well played, Methonian.
Really well done by Methonian there. Just gets up, taps it off the backboard, keeps it away from the offensive pressure of Doshkin, who was lurking there. The Demolition, they've started to settle into the game, but they're still feeling a little bit scrambly when they've got the ball around and when they're trying to get back in a position to defend. Conversely, the Dodgers, very, very purposeful in rotation, and they're a little bit unlucky that they're not ahead in this game right now.
Oh, if he would have kept that ball close, Bricks would have had a much more difficult time, trying to get that ball out into the midfield. Doshkin now trying to get things done in regulation for the Demolition, as we are only in game number 2 of this series. Still plenty of ways to go, but as we alluded to at the pregame, Demolition need a big showing here, and Methonian would love to have that opportunity back, perhaps trying to go for the block on the clear attempt, and just a little bit too much respect given, and they will come up empty late in the game.
It's funny that you said game 2, and I'm like, oh, I forgot to update my overlay. I mean, but Bricks is not going to be in that one, going up off the sideboards there. A lot of time left open there. As you see Guitar Legend very, very late. Probably a better choice just to turn around and go back to net and try and race that ball off the shot. The late goal for the Dodgers here. There are 11 seconds left now for the Demo to try and get a quick kickoff goal and try and get back in this one.
We'll have to see what they can do. Methonian doesn't come up cleanly with the touch. Guitar Legend trying to keep things there. Will go right over the top, perhaps one for the road. It will bounce right in. It's 3-1 for the Dodgers, a goal of no consequence. And the big difference maker was honestly the Guitar Legend, the boost greed out of the midfield. That's really what it looked like to me for that Dodgers lead. Just wanted to go and get some boost, unfortunately unaware of having boost back in his own corner, and if he just goes back there, like you said, he's in a much more able position to stop a shot. And unfortunately just took himself right out of the play, and the game 2 slips away from under them.
Part of the biggest problem with that was on the face-off, I think it was Doshkin actually, who got demoed by the follow-through from the Dodgers kickoff. And with that, they lost any real opportunity to follow up the play of the Dodgers. Methonian bobbling the ball a little bit in his own corner. Had that been a 2-on-1 off the kickoff, probably a good chance at them getting a shot on goal. But instead, with Doshkin reset to the back line, he had to come so far up to try and get the challenge. Hits Methonian instead of the ball, and unfortunately results in the 0-0 insurance goal. And it's 2-0 Dodgers now in the series.
Well, what can you do? The Demolition still have a pretty decent chance, but they are going to need to start racking up wins here. At the very least, they'd hope for some damage control to get 2, but if they want to stay in the race for the playoffs right now, a 3-2 scoreline is the best they can hope for, and that will just keep them in the mix in the final 2 weeks. Going to be an even tougher endeavor as Bricks, a soft tap. How about 2 off the back wall, just coming up short. Methonian on the follow-through, so patient out of the midfield, and again, the Dodgers on the board.
Unfortunately, the Demolition struggling in the boost department. Double commit, trying to deal with the double touch from Bricks that was never on. Left Mythonian wide open in front to tap that in. 20 seconds off the clock this time, and unfortunately the Demolition giving up the first goal.
Well, I don't know what happened in game number 1, but game number 2 and here in game 3, the Dodgers have certainly generated a quality scoring opportunity early on in the match, and here's another breakaway chance. Mythonian just leaves it for Bricks, and he will tap this one home, no problem. The lead extends to 2.
And nothing the Demo can do here. All the boosts secured all the way downfield. You see them flipping desperately to get back. 0 left in the tank. And that's just one where you have to make a bit of a better decision with the ball. The shot probably isn't on. It's really tough to cut that in low side near post like Guitar Legend tried to do. Just take it into the corner, secure the corner boost, keep the ball in your possession so that you don't bounce it off in front for the other team to drive downfield like that.
Mythonian, so patient. Bricks trying to read that bounce out of the midfield, and unfortunately the touch going to punch it just wide for Mythonian. But back to what you were saying about taking that really aggressive shot. That's one of those situational awareness things. That's a play you can make in 3v3, but that's the difference between 3v3 and 2v2. You go for super aggressive plays like that, and it becomes a very dangerous game. And here in minor league doubles, it's really, at least in my mind, this is where you should be practicing your fundamentals. If you go for crazy things like that, you'll have to wait for the 3v3 arena or be dead on sure you're going to make that shot.
Yeah, you have to make sure that the shot's on, and if there's even an inkling that there's a defender in position where they have a chance at winning a 50-50, or even just contesting a 50-50, probably not the best idea to take that shot.
Well, we've eclipsed a minute and a half of play here in game number 3. Mythonian is practicing his Tarzan swing mechanics. Doshkin back towards his own net. He's curious how much boost he had to work with. Is indeed 0 in the tank, but will secure his own corner boost this time around. Guitar Legend at 50 boost. Mythonian and Bricks both at under 50, and they will have to just give up possession here. So well defended by the Demolition crew to hold out. They need to get one on the board, and you'd like to get it before the 2-minute mark. Make sure you have a lot of time, as Doshkin just barrels into Bricks, but his car is made of basically a neutron star. He just tanks it like a boss and drives on into the yellow half.
Collision physics, please fix. Somebody send report to Durkins.
Rigged, confirmed.
Confirmed.
Oh, that's a beautiful bounce out to midfield. Guitar Legend, one of the best chances they've had all game to score. He just couldn't quite read the hard bounce off the lip. Mythonian towards the net. Doshkin needs the boost, leaves the net open. And again, that situational awareness costing the Demolition.
Unfortunately, Guitar Legend's trying to rotate back, doesn't have any boost, so he tries to cut the angle down. It's too little too late, though, as Mythonian, with the ball under control, has a wide open net to shoot at just past halftime, and this is where the Dodgers scored their third goal in game
Make it
1.
4.
No, not like this.
Well, Jay, game 3, it's 4-0. Beautiful fast kickoff mechanic demonstration by Bricks. Stayed right behind it, got dead in the center of the ball, and unfortunately the only reason that found its way into the back of the net, Doshkin jumped a little bit too high, or was it Guitar Legend? I don't remember if it was an Octane or a Dominus I saw.
It was a Dominus up front, and then with the cheat from the Octane behind him,
yes.
Unfortunately, no time to react to that ball as it sails over top.
Guitar Legend, that's a nice high clear. Really going to force Mythonian back on the defensive, leaving the net open. Woodwork, and how about 2 touches? Hello, off the backboard. What a recovery from the Dodgers. They were able to keep the clean sheet going. And my goodness, what do the Demolition have to do to score? It is just, that's been game 2 and game number 3. They really kind of got shut down in game number 1. They found one into the back of the net in game number 2, but otherwise, the Dodgers have been pretty much a brick wall.
Kind of overthinking the shot a little bit and kind of rushing the shot a little bit. And you can just see it in the way that they're playing. It's almost ball first every time. Almost every opportunity they go for is a first-time one, rather than waiting for a defender to maybe make a panic play and a weak touch away and then follow up on it to maintain possession and try and drive them out of boost.
The Dodgers currently on the season. They make about 2.74 saves per game, so they're doing a fairly good job of things right now. I'm not sure how many shots they allow. That's a statistic that you would have somewhere in your magical MLD library, but otherwise the defense pretty sound for them so far, as really aggressive challenge. Guitar Legend just trying to get something on the board, and if you look at the scoreboard, Demolition... Oh, okay, never mind. Guitar Legend just goes right through 2 defenders, makes it 4-1.
And really good catch here out of the corner. Brings that one down and actually scoops it inside the back of Methonian. Brick's a little slow on the reaction, doesn't realize his teammate is beat that badly at the near post. I mean, you can score 3 in 47, right?
I mean, you can. It's going to be really hard, but you can.
Also, for the record, the demo give up 7.4 shots per game.
Rip. Ooh, Guitar Legend, they need this. Oh, if Doshkin would have got that demo. Something perhaps could have been in the making. Brick's going to find it. Soft tap out to midfield. Whoa, Methonian a little bit too close and perhaps not quite ready for as much power as that pass had on it. And more precious seconds tick off the clock for the Demolition. Game 3 looking pretty much all said and done here as the final 10 seconds approach. And Brick's now on the dribble. This should be about the end of it. And they will actually put it towards their own net. And how about that? Bricks is like, thank you for padding my stats.
As both Demo, unfortunately, in the corner, you see both of them there on low boost. Doshkin getting back to try and ship that away. You can see he's just trying to get the Dominus outside of the ball, then flip it left. Gets it left, but not hard enough because he was a little bit too far underneath and still behind the ball. Ends up propelling it forward into his own net.
Well, Doshkin won into game 3. No, this is moving into game 4. It will be Guitar Legend. They do make it 2-5. Bricks throws out the great pass, and at least you got something moving in to the next game.
Really good loft by Doshkin there to keep that alive. Setting up the 0 hero for Guitar Legend, who had no boost left to work with on that one. But the Dodgers will confirm the series here, 3-0 at least.
At least.
You get the sense that with a 4 or 5-0, it's going to put so much daylight between them and the Demolition that the Demolition might not have a chance to get back in to at least the divisional race. But
yeah, the other interdivisional thing matchup for the Volcanic division already happened this week, did it not?
Yeah, the Bulls 4-1 over the Elite, so they're sitting at 18-22. The Elite at 17-23. Dodgers live table right now 19-19. The Demolition at 11-27. So
yeah.
It's tough.
That actually might be enough.
It almost might
be. Presuming the other people don't get... Well, does the math check out? I don't think the
Demo are...
I don't think
if they get 5-0.
They're real close.
They're real close. Yeah, they're real close.
Well, they're damage control now for the yellow and green, and the blue and white look to cruise on in game number 4, as they haven't had much trouble getting the offensive things going, but for once, first 10 seconds did belong to the Demolition for a moment, but now it finds its way out to the top of the Demolition box. Doshkin and Guitar Legend both up. Methonian probably just going to scamper back, catch the weak clear, power it towards the dead center, tap down, out, pass out to mid. Bricks is too far away, and the Demolition finally able to at least keep the net clean, but still, it feels like every game in this series, the Dodgers have had no trouble generating a lot of pressure off of any kickoff that they take.
Well, they do a good job winning the kickoff, and they also do a good job setting themselves up in good parts of the field to follow up on where the ball is likely to travel after the kickoff. And that's a tough thing to do in twos. Bricks is just going to win this one. And
he missed!
He missed the style points, and that's why you don't showboat, folks. Just
2 out of 10, baby. If I could, I would take that goal back. If you style on him, you gotta hit it. Bricks,
gotta hit it. Gotta hit it.
It's like, this is why we did, well, not we, but who ran the Rocket League freestyle competition? I don't remember.
Was that Silent Echo?
Was it? Oh, Demolition so close off the kickoff. Follow through from Guitar Legend, met by Bricks. Another tough save for the Dodgers, and we'll keep things going. Guitar Legend, ooh. Rare miss from the Dodgers, and a chance for possession for the Demo. Bricks just challenging out of midfield, just going to delay that touch, gives Methonian plenty of time, and they just smash it off the sidewall right out to him, bar down and out. And the Dodgers they'll have to settle for their 1-0 lead currently, and the Demolition, they have to think about it a little harder the next time they smash this one off.
You know what the Dodgers remind me of right now? They remind me of the bot state where they just dive and get every single boost globe on the field. That's the first boost globe I've seen the Demolition pick up in almost 2 minutes of play. The Dodgers are just at every single one of them. The pressure finally too much for them to keep defending.
I mean, that's pretty much exactly it. Doshkin got pushed out into the middle of the pitch with no boost. Guitar Legend had to make a 360 turn to try and challenge that one in the midfield, only 16 in the tank. That's really been the story of the entire series. The Dodgers have controlled the boost on the pitch incredibly well, and they have been able to more or less walk into a 3-0 lead in the series. But finally, the Dodgers come up short on a kickoff, and Doshkin makes them pay.
Yeah, very good win by Guitar Legend. Just rolls that one past Methonian. A good spot for Doshkin to come out on the cheat. The Demo been doing that a lot. Finally getting the results they need as they catch Bricks in the corner, getting boost, cut that lead down to 1 goal.
A similar scenario to game number 2. As Bricks powers one into the top center, the Demolition caught a little bit too far away from the net and just can't quite make the reaction.
Unfortunately, Guitar Legend on the cheat up gets stuck underneath the ball as Methonian wins that one forward towards the Demo net. And that's the danger with that cheat in 2v2. It's really difficult to react to it when you're not in a great position to handle when your teammate loses it that way.
Doshkin got the boost taken away by his teammate Guitar Legend in the corner. However, he does get his way through all the members of the Dodgers, and he will hand it off to Guitar Legend. It's back within 1. A nice quick answer.
Very good response there. Manages to get that one past Methonian, and that's critical. The second critical play, getting it past Bricks there. I think if Bricks gets a hit, it's probably still okay because Guitar Legend's in a good spot to read that play as it would have gone into the corner and out front with where Bricks was on the field. But his teammate kept it under control, put it right on the tape, and it's back down to a 1-goal game yet again.
Bricks trying to delay the touch. Doshkin unable to read the bounce. Guitar Legend can only buy some time for Doshkin to get back. So he's now on a dribble out of the midfield. Methonian, no problem on the 50-50. A little bit of a helping hand from Bricks, and he actually has a net to choose from as they went for boost in the corner, and they leave the net open again, and they get punished.
And unfortunately, Guitar Legend, camera off, doesn't see the ball get lost by his teammate at midfield, and also doesn't realize that his teammate has no boost after he made the play at midfield and went into the offensive corner to grab some. Communication breakdown for the Demo here, and they give up an open shot at goal. It's 4-2.
Well, Methonian, the top goal scorer coming into this week for the Dodgers at 40 of 106 goals. Also one of the top assisters with 15 out of 40 assists, but currently it's Bricks commanding the scoring here in game number 4. He's earned himself a hat trick under 4 minutes in. It's Guitar Legend around the back, not able to come up with a touch here. Out towards the top, no problem, as it will be off target. Another double commit by the Demolition. You'd hope that by this point in the season, teams would have kind of figured out their defensive strategies. You have to wonder how much time Doshkin and Guitar Legend have really had to play and get used to each other. At least coming into today, perhaps how long they didn't get to warm up.
Yeah, I wasn't checking the Discord on the build-up to this game to see what the warm-up was like. I know that they were in scrims leading into it. At least the Dodgers were for sure. Not sure if the Demo got some as well. But with the roster change last week as well, having to replace 2 members of your team this late in the season, you sometimes see that it's really difficult to be able to gel in with a new roster, and it might take a little bit more time for these guys to settle in and hopefully get a couple more wins out of the final 2 weeks of the season.
Methonian receiving from Bricks. It is going to be slapped away by Guitar Legend, no problem. The final 45 seconds, the Demolition going to need some offense here. There is one saving grace to look at if you're on the Demolition team here in game number 4. This is the first game where they've really been able to generate a lot of score. Games 1 through 3, they didn't really generate much beyond 150 or so. This is the first time they've really both been over 200 and being able to get a lot of these challenge touches on the ball, clears, stenners, things like that. And it is showing here as they make the lead 1 for the Dodgers.
How about this juggle here? 1. Now make that 2. And how about 3? And now let me set up my teammate for the goal as he goes around, breaks into the net, and gets the bump on that one. That was actually really well taken. But it's a little bit too late here. They got time to try and get back in this, but they need a quick goal here to try and get to overtime.
Great kickoff. And he missed it. Doshkin missed the open net, trying to place it into the left side, noticing Bricks off on the right, grabbing the boost, and it is heartbreak if you're on the Demolition, but that's a great pass, and Methonian, a quick reaction and a brilliant read, waste precious time for the Demolition. Not the best clear. Bricks will just... Ooh, it does not hit the ground. It does hit that lip and stay up. Bricks now trying to control pace of play will probably just slap this one down. The Dodgers take a 4-0 lead in this series, but the Demolition had a chance there. What do you think of Game 5?
I think if they can come out swinging, if they can get a couple on the Dodgers, rather than this whole, giving up, getting one ahead and then giving up the equalizer really quickly, they might have a chance here, the Chiefs. But I need to see more of that play that we saw late. The really good control of the ball, the calculated...
Neutralizing kickoff pressure. That's my big thing.
Yeah, that too. But the problem is that they generate so much of it on their own. They dive in so deep onto those kickoffs, looking for the dead ball, looking for that quick shot. And when they don't win it that way, they scramble so badly.
Well, the early game has plagued the Demolition throughout tonight's series. We move on into game number 5. They'd like to get at least one. We shall have to see what Methonian comes up with out of the side wall. Bricks comes up empty, and Doshkin had a chance to steal it away, but early on again, 15 seconds in, the Dodgers find the back of the net.
That is a case of you have to hit the ball there when you're not under pressure. Doesn't recognize that Bricks is backwards, doesn't actually have a play on the ball. So he dives in trying to get the 50-50, but instead, there's no touch. Bricks is backwards, can't do anything with that one. And Doshkin goes flying by, Methonian right on the spot.
Ooh, the 1-2. Not quite there for the Demolition. It was a decent touch off the side wall. Not the most power, but certainly well placed towards his teammate. Another double commit on defense. Doshkin trying to buy a little bit of time for them to spread out. Actually takes Guitar Legend right out of the play. You will have to wait a fair bit of time for him to get back. Bricks almost applying enough pressure to slap it off the back wall. And Doshkin, very nice job handling himself in what is essentially a 1-on-2 out of your own side.
Yeah, really good job to try and flick that one out. Probably could have gotten a little bit more lift on that one because the Dodgers fell back waiting for that dribble touch. Because if it goes poorly, both of them are in a position to dive right back on it. And
did they hit each other?
They did.
Oh, man. That's... If there's one thing that you'd like to see them clean up later on in the series, it's getting out of each other's way on defense. I think that has... Well, wait, did they hit each other? I think they both just missed.
Little column A, little column B. I saw and heard a hit on my end. There's Guitar Legend had ball cam on the whole time, lost it in the lights. I think Doshkin tried to rotate around, ends up rotating underneath where the ball lands, and they both just completely mistime it.
The Dodgers more than content to waste time at this point. The early game has been pretty much a Sunday stroll for them throughout the whole series, and this time around, the Demolition not quite able to find the quickest of answers, as they need all the boost they can get. That's a nice pinch quickly across net. If you do go across your net, very important to get it through the danger zone as quick as possible, but Brick's not able to get through Guitar Legend. Doshkin still on the same part of the pitch, however, and now he needs to buy a lot more time as Guitar Legend missing a huge challenge in the midfield, goes too far forward, basically left the net open, and Bricks exercising that patience and willing to play the clock, knowing he doesn't have to take a big risk there. Well, they can miss the clear and still miss the follow-through, but Bricks has a chance to throw it away. Tough break for the Dodgers, but if you're the Demolition, you're thankful to keep it a 2-0 game.
Yeah, especially knowing that you can score on these guys. You got a couple last game, really well-worked goals as well. They just need to settle down and get a couple more of those opportunities, because when you're not getting the opportunities, if you're not keeping the ball under control, you're giving up opportunities to the other team, and that's where they're getting punished.
Doshkin off the ceiling. Patient is Methonian. Bricks takes it away. They switch spots from ground to air. The 1-2-3 going to be just high. Doshkin, maybe a little bit of BM, throwing out the nice shot. Tries to get one on target, and Methonian no problem tapping that away. Dribble all alone. Well played off the sidewall. Made sure to get it on target as nobody back to stop things, and the lead extends to 3.
Yeah, Doshkin getting bumped by Bricks as he came into the corner. A little bit aggressive on the challenge. Don't know that they had to be. Still 2 minutes on the clock. A lot of time to get 2 goals there. Don't need to be double committing that early. And unfortunately for the demo, Methonian makes a great shot off the corner boards. And it's 3-0.
Bricks now trying to, not sure what he was trying to do there. Perhaps came off the wall at a bit of an odd angle. Just didn't quite have a touch that he wanted. A brief stint in front of the Dodgers net. The Demolition have only racked up 1 shot on goal here in the final game of the set. Bricks and Methonian. I mean, at this point, it's basically just toying with your food in a way. They're just saying, take the ball if you can, but at this point, they're just cruising around, taking the boost, and making sure they don't do anything stupid, but Doshkin finally beats him out and finds one into the top left.
And you were talking about not doing silly things there. Guitar Legend catching Bricks ball watching, gets in front of him, gets it out of the corner at a good angle for Doshkin, catching Methonian asleep at the back post. The lead cut down to 2. Minute 20 on the clock. Still time to work with here. And Demolition, more of that, might have a way into an overtime and stealing a game here late.
And they need to put this in, and it is helped along by Methonian. Off the kickoff, the Demolition finally win one that goes their way. That cheat up paying dividends as Doshkin beat out the man out of the corner.
A good pinch as well between Guitar Legend and Methonian. Reading the play well on the clear, able to direct that one back into the goal. Now they're with plenty of time to work with within 1 goal.
Ooh, Doshkin almost able to find a flick into the top right. There's the tackle on target. Methonian can't keep it out. They've tied it. Would you believe it, Jay?
Wow, it took them 20 seconds to score 3 goals. Watch the bump mid-air by Doshkin on Bricks, and Guitar Legend gets just enough of it to roll it goalwards. Methonian helpless, and it's 3-3.
This is, I'm pretty sure this is the first time they've tied a game up outside of the start of one. If you're the Demolition, here's a chance to go ahead. They've generated so much kickoff presence in the past 3 kickoffs. Doshkin back towards his own half, takes a nasty hop, needs to play this one properly. Guitar Legend came up empty, as did Doshkin, and they are very glad that Bricks was giving them some space. As if he would have been playing as aggressive as they were playing earlier on in the day. Could be dangerous. Shot to the top right, and he can't get there, and now the Dodgers find themselves in a tough spot, down 1.
Great flick by Doshkin, gets Methonian to bite on that one, then goes up and tries for the pinch with Guitar Legend, who gets it clean on the side foot, and Bricks a little too late trying to get up for that to clear it away. The demo, 4 goals unanswered in just under a minute here. They lead with 37 to go.
Ooh, but there's a kickoff for the Dodgers on target. Bricks racing forward a little bit too quickly, but recovers and into the top center. All right, it's a dogfight here in the last minute.
You take 4. Okay, we'll get 1 back. Let's make this interesting now. 30 on the clock. The Dodgers figuring out the demo strat on the kickoff here. Get 1 back with the ball under control. And it's game on. Half a minute left on the clock.
There's not much on the line for the series, but boy, what a way to wrap things up tonight between these 2 teams. Our first week of the interdivisional play here for the final 3 weeks as Guitar Legend comes up empty. Bricks and just steal that corner boost away once again, and that has really been the bread and butter all series long for the Dodgers. Deny the boost on the pitch and be quick to the ball. Doshkin almost had a chance. Final 5 seconds, we might get to see an overtime. Guitar Legend has other thoughts. Methonian ensures that it will happen. So who do you think wins in overtime, Jay?
I kind of can't bet against the Dodgers right now. All throughout this series, they've been playing really consistently well, really smart in their rotations, their boost management, their decision-making on the field. But man, it would be a good story if the demo came away with this one, wouldn't it?
I mean, they haven't had the greatest success off the kickoffs that netted their first 3 goals. We'll have to see what they cook up here in OT. Methonian going to be very patient back on his own side. Make sure Bricks gains possession. If he gets a touch, it's a good stall. Unfortunately, kills a little bit too much momentum towards the wrong side of the play, and they can only buy time. Weak flick from Doshkin towards his own corner is Methonian. That's some pretty solid ball control, as if you notice, it takes him towards the corner where his boost pad is and keeps them in possession. That's a great touch down into the middle. Make sure he gets it on frame. Methonian does it all himself, from one end to the other.
Yeah, you want to talk about smart touches there. Really good block on that clear by Doshkin. Knew exactly where they were going to go with the ball. And Methonian drilling that one out of the corner. Sharp angle shot. The Dodgers take game 5, 5-4 in OT.
Well, it's a tough week here for the Demolition. They came in knowing they needed a pretty good showing here to keep themselves in contention for that Volcanic Division playoff spot. And the Dodgers, my goodness, do they have other ideas or what?
Yeah, they really did. That was a punishing series if you're a Demolition fan out there. And a lot of it, I kind of chalk up to the fact that the team has still yet to gel with the roster changes leading into this one. They had opportunities. They just couldn't quite find the consistency in the rotation to match up against what the Dodgers brought to the table. The Dodgers, conversely, after a couple of weeks around the midseason where they were kind of middling, they weren't really feeling that stride, they're hitting it at the perfect time of the season on the run into the playoffs.
Yep, warming up late is the right way to do it. They will keep things tight, at least in those top 3 spots of the Volcanic Division. As Jay, do we have anything else going on here in the rest of the week?
We have 2 matches on Sunday afternoon. It'll be a trip to the Sky Division as the Hawks look to take on the Jets and try and make up some ground against their divisional rivals. That one kicking off at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, Furphy and Uppercase 1 for the Hawks against Spriggy and Sith Droid for the Jets, followed immediately by an Arctic Division clash, the Blizzard trying to freeze out the Puffins, Manatee and Kyle Murphy up against Cloud Fuel and Jeremazing.
It should be a good one, but apart from that, I believe we're done here for the night. Thank you very much for watching the MLD Network. We hope you've enjoyed it. The Dodgers win 5-0 series-wide, and that is going to wrap things up for myself and Inanimate Jay. A big thank you to everyone who came out and watched. Thank you to Jay for pushing all the buttons and dealing with my horrendous internet issues. But apart from that, we'll see you back here Sunday. Thank you very much for watching.